So, Florida has a bill that they passed in April 2023. And I just want to say this because I find this interesting. We should have spoke about this previously, but apparently there are people who are part of the LGBTQ community that are saying everybody else that's LGBTQ, get out of Florida because you are being targeted. Okay, so that's just insane unless this individual is also saying LGBTQ touches little kids. I'm not saying that though.
Yeah, clap, 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 award show, backpack, stay strapped, Fredro, shut it down like Onyx, supersonic, I'm the shit, you the shit, no colonic.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently there is an account. So I get confused sometimes. Is this Instagram's or is this that there's Twitter's that's now caused it X? But apparently there is an individual that goes online by the name of Hugo the Pink Cat. So first thing I want to say is this person should probably be investigated. Not because they are part of the LGBTQ community, that would just be insane. But when you make comments like, and I'm going to read this verbatim, if you're queer and in Florida, I seriously, emphatically suggest you get the fuck out of there as soon as you can. They're totally gonna use this to murder queer people for existing in public. And the thing that he says that they're gonna use to go after queer people is, shout out to Leading Report, for reporting on this, I guess. And it was breaking. Florida Senate Committee has unanimously passed a bill that would give the death penalty to those who commit sexual crimes against children. So I want to say something, and I want to be clear about this. There are places, probably just in the world in general, but in America, where, forget about these specific crimes, but where, depending on what crime you are committing, it's kind of accepted. Because so many people are committing the crime that it's so hard to go after someone. Imagine how many people that probably works in New York City that should be in jail for, white collar crimes, like, illegal stocks selling and all types of different things like that. But there's so many different people doing it that, what are we going to do? We can't just go after one guy. A good example of that would be what Trump just got in trouble for when they basically said, he was saying his properties was valued for more than what they were actually worth is over here. So we got to take care of them. Well, all of these guys do that. So many people do it that it's acceptable by the banks. And the banks actually did not want anything to happen to Trump due to these situations because, everybody is doing it. And this is just how business is done in this particular field, whether there's a law against it or not. So I say all that to say, the majority of my time knowing about Florida, not, knowing that Florida exists, but knowing about the going-ons in Florida, I personally think one of the reasons why a lot of them people down there is whacked out or Florida is just its own place. is because there is rampant abuse going on to people and their children. And that's why you have, and this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, but this is why you have so many people that's whacked out in Florida. So for this individual to say that if you're part of the LGBTQ community, get out of Florida, because they're going to use this as a reason to be able to go after people, you know, of the LGBTQ community for being LGBTQ in public, even though that has nothing at all to do with the actual bill that was passed. That leads me to believe that there are a lot of crimes against children being perpetrated in Florida, and it's common knowledge. Now, just for a second, Epstein had an estate in Florida. He also had estates all over the place. He had, I believe, some business up here in New York, or a hotel up here in New York, pardon me, where he was also committing some of these crimes. But he had a whole estate down in Florida where he committed a lot of these crimes, and where some of the individuals that actually took the stand or brought charges against him were actually brought to, especially the little schoolgirls. For everybody that don't know, there was a schoolgirls that basically he would go pick them up and be like, you know, go do some strange things for about $200. And then when the schoolgirls pull up and do these strange things for the money, he didn't flip it on them and say, well, you just committed a crime. I'm going to tell the police you committed a crime and you're going to go to jail because prostitution is illegal down here. And these are children, so they're not even thinking, well, the crime you committed is way worse than the crime that I committed. Give me my money. I don't never want to see you again. Instead, the little girls are told that they have to go to their schools and find other girls that's going to come in with them. And if they don't, then the authorities will be told. And then when the authorities get told, then they're going to get in trouble. And, you know, he's not going to get in trouble. They're going to get in trouble. So that's what Epstein was doing. So all I'm saying is this. Florida is doing something I wish every single state in the union would do. I wish everywhere on the planet would do. And that is, if you are caught, if they know with certainty, you know, because people lie, but if they know with certainty that you have, you know, committed crimes, because these are crimes, children cannot consent. If you are committing crimes against these children and they have proof, evidence, tangible proof and evidence, not a person said a thing, so we just gonna believe them, you know, that they are convicted of this crime. And if they are convicted of this crime, that they do get the death penalty. I want to just bring this up, that it says this in the Bible. And in the Bible, one of the things that it says is that there's certain people whom we have to purge from our community. We have to remove them from our community, because these people will infect others and cause for others to be as sick as they are. I think this is the perfect example.